Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. All right. I have comments. Christopher Ty and the Numismania. Thank you very much for coming by. I am going to go through some coins, but I'm also, going to be daring the dum-dum and have some fun. If you have go live anxiety, like I'm sure you think I don't, but I do. Starika BH Ringer, thank you for coming by. I don't even want to tell you how many times I got all ready to go live and then never did because I found an excuse to do something else or not do it. Because that'd be me just finding ways to excuse myself from moving forward in this actual video right here now. But just suffice to say, one thing I've noticed is if I can get this thing fired up and actually schedule the thing, then I feel a little more committed to the process, I suppose. So as much as I hate to keep waxing, let me just say, AG1, you sponsor many channels. I actually drink this stuff, and I'm going to quit drinking it real soon because I haven't noticed any difference. So if you want me to notice a difference and drink it longer, then I won't tell you how long I've drank it, but let's just say I think it's long enough to take a person like myself who never had any kind of vitamin supplement in his life at all. This magic drink with 75 this and the 52 that and the acidophilus and all the other good stuff that's supposed to be in here. I have one every morning with water. They taste good. And if they have all this stuff in them, and it honestly does, and you guys want to try it, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I also can't tell you that anything particular changed about, anything about me. So, and I thought I was the perfect candidate because, again, I wasn't already loaded up with some other pile of multivitamins that I'd been taking we're starting from scratch here is what I'm saying. Okay? So, anywho, BH Ringer says, one of my banks had 111 various 50-cent pieces set aside retail. Wow. Oh, well, that's not... love to find some of them. Anyways, let's have some AG1, shall we? I usually drink about half of it. You know what? Mountain Dew is kind of the king of the hill. The hell, Dorico, what are you talking about? I'm saying they hid my vitamins in there. And that's important because if you don't have your vitamins, you don't have much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even camera ready, man. What are you talking about? Hang on a second. Wow, beautified. All right, I've beautified. I know you don't notice any difference, but I feel so much better. So much better. All right, so what we're going to do today is let me get some coins on here and look at them. It's a stupid hobby. It doesn't cost me no money in a way. All right, so hang on. Shout out to Linus Drop Tips. Ooh. Why do I make these boxes so heavy? I guess plastic money wouldn't last very long. Well, I guess it does. It's called a charge card. Got a receipt there. You can see that. A receipt. there, sweet pea. Either pirate treasure or pirate poop. I'm gonna lean towards ever so slightly. All right, pirate treasure it is. That's what we're gonna hope for here. Arr, arr. And I guess I'm gonna change up the camera to give you a better view. So normally I have, what's the camera right here? This is actually a new angle that I tried. Check this out. When that microphone moves around. Is that cool or what? I think that makes for a really bizarre, cool looking shot. But okay, we're going to move this camera because we're going to deploy it in check this out mode. So this is my wireless Mevo, Logitech Mevo camera. And believe me, man, it does so many things. I mean, it does what you want it to do, basically. Actually, while we're doing that, I did set up this shot as well. Yeah, that's really bunged up too. Let me just transform that back to normal. Reset, transform. There's the whole shot. The giant overhead shot. What's that? Oh, this is my tablet. Oh, tabletta didn't turn on. That's another thing that didn't turn on. Ran out of batteries while I wasn't looking. I'll just fish up the right. I have a cord for everything somewhere here on the desk. Tabletta is charging, so we'll get that back shortly. Wireless camera, we're gonna place it. So I moved this camera to here so we can look under it. We'll have the scope too, but how do I want to do this part? See, you think I got everything all ready, but I didn't. I pushed the live button first, and then I started getting things ready because I just wanted to be with y'all. I did. I wanted to be live. Just stuff going on and things, stuff. All right. I think this will kind of work. Sort of, kind of. Logo right there. My pixie stick over to the side here. You don't really see dick with the microphone there, do you? No. Bad microphone placement. Bad idea. And swing that right out of the way. Point it at me from here. That's smarter. Smarter. I'll get you next time, smart. Next time, smart, you will not get away. Okay. See? I don't got a plan. So you hit the button even if you don't have a plan. Because you guarantee... What a great big flap gets in the way. Look at my ADHD working overtime here. For Pete's sake. Okay, all right. Okay. Sure. I got it. We're going to get rid of this. Oh. Yeah, no, that's what we're going to do. What's the peso worth? What is normal in these credit dads? Good to see so many of our numismatarians. We are now numismatarians. Blisterbarians. Okay, I got 6 is a good... 7 is the best number. 7 is the best number. I got 7 rolls up there. F it, boys. We're gonna move this microphone. I'm sorry. Take it. It's the same system that was working before. It's working this weekend. Rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic is what it is. All right. Okay. All right. I think I can deal with that. Let's finish the AG1. Maybe it'll make my brain work. Okay. I'll say this. At the end, it's a little bit gritty. It isn't bad yet, but the heavier parts of it, I guess the grainier parts, tend to end up in the bottom. So you want to keep shaking it while you're drinking down. But it's good. I really do. I'm not kidding. It's a good drink. Okay, so let's go back to here. That's the shot I was looking for. The only problem I have with that is that it's upside down. You can fix that a couple of different ways, actually. Right. It gets complicated. What do you want me to tell you? I want to control this camera a little bit, and I want to make sure it's in wide. So I got my tablet out here. It's going to connect to the camera. Tell me, yeah, that's the wide. Okay, that's the wide. Cool. Okay. Maybe if I got that up just a little higher. Something like that. That's upside down. Upside down there? Oh, it is. Okay. All right. All right. See how well I'm just absolutely, completely ready to go. You guys, I'm just, I don't know why we all just don't do this, because, I mean, I can see that I'm, you can see how much work I put into it, and you shouldn't do this if you're not committed, right? You should be on the ball. Have things done, you should know what you're doing, right? Oh, no, we just hit go. We just hit go, and then we go. The man said, take that hill. And I said, yes, sir. I'll take that hill. Okay. Haven't looked at a roll yet. 16 minutes in. Actually, 16 minutes where the setup isn't bad. Are people from Paris parasites? They most certainly are. I guarantee it. Have you seen any of the Olympics? Friggin' parasites. The white glasses on? I do. I have the black ones on. The black ones are for the computer. My glasses are almost exactly the same color. You can't tell I'm wearing the black ones or the blue ones. But the black ones are for the computer and the blue ones are for when I'm blue. When I'm blue. I was watching one of my channels here. This is Northern Perspective. Wouldn't be interesting to anybody who isn't into Canadian politics, but if you are, please check out Northern Perspective on YouTube. Get your dose of Canadian politics without the filter of the CBC or the CTV or one of the other Vs or, Anyway. Wish me luck. Roll number 1. We've got friggin' 40 in a big box like that. I hope I don't wear out. But we are looking for the king. We are looking for anything super clean and beautiful that comes up that would prompt us to keep it. This first roll will become our refill roll. That'll take a moment just to get through, and what I mean by that is as we pull coins out of the other roll, we're going to use coins from this roll to put them back to make sure that all the other rolls have the right count of coins in them, and I don't have to manhandle them and hold them 10 times and all that. And then this roll here at the end will be topped up. So gives us an idea how many coins we find that we would keep. Hopefully none. Well, no, that's not true. I'm not saying hopefully none. I'm saying hopefully we will find only what we're looking for, and that we're honestly not motivated to keep stuff we don't need. Because for the most part, in the books that I've got behind me, I have good examples of loonies put away. And why are they put away? Because our sideline is the books, right? If you want a book full of Canadian loonies, $1 coins, I put it together for you with all the commemoratives and as many examples as I can muster, and then I send them into you. And you say, well, what does that cost? Well, it's going to cost you the cost of the book, fair enough. It's going to cost you the cost of shipping, fair enough. It's going to cost you the cost of the coin, and they're $1 each. Don't you think that's fair enough? So I charge $1.25 for the search. So the 0.25 is the amount that is added on for this process that we go through. I don't value any particular coin as being more valuable than any other coin for the most part, but I had to give some sort of uniform value across the board, and that's how I did it. So as many dollars as you get, you pay me $1.25 for each one, and then, and this is where my honesty gets the best of me, but this is the truth, I ask for payment in US dollars, and it's in the conversion that I make my fortune, my absolute fortune. As I convert to Canadian rubles, I'm suddenly a rich man in Canada. Once I convert your American dollar to Canadian ruble, I can go to store and buy Big Mac again. Not kidding. So in this roll, we got these two. These are two different examples of the Canada $1 coin, obviously, because we're going through loonies. But this is a lucky loonie. These would have been related to the Olympics at some time. Down a bit. The different years that are on here. And which one is this one? The year was on the front. Why didn't you tell me? I think I need some more light. Bring in studio lighting for the microscope, please. Do we have that? Yeah, we have that. We have that, man. We really do have that. Bring in the studio lighting for... Okay, that should do it. We got a lot of control there. Oh. All right. So that's a 2008. We'll use our other screen. Open. As I close it, I'll use my other screen. And I close it. Okay. Put that back up here. Blocking the view. This is not working out. This part here has to change. I'll put it this way here. I won't do that anymore. Hopefully. 2008. Well, after I took the time to go find it, not too much is being said here. From Coins in Canada, and a picture of it, the 2008 Lucky Loonie. 10,851,000 of these were made, and they're not too important. Going back under the scope, the other one was this one. That's a 2006 Lucky Loonie. Oh, that's why. Dialed in on Toonies, not Loonies. Okay, 2006. Olympic Loon. Sometimes when I open these pages, there's a story that goes with them I'm happy to read for us. But in the case of both of these, no story. Just the fact that they're the Olympic $1 loon coin, as you can see, the 2006 one in this case. And we can get the mintage here. Another 10.5 million. So lots of them, lots and lots. Remember that when we come across the painted collectibles, as we come across them, there is 1 million of the unpainted and 2 million of the painted versions of those coins out, not 10 million. So that's a different kettle of fish altogether, right? Have it fired up here. All right. So anyways, we won't be keeping either of those two. They're not relevant and definitely not clean enough to be considered awesome. Thank you, Tabaletta. So we'll just put that one over there. Have a sip of coffee, look at the chat. That's the plan. Well, looks like the chat's gotten a little bit quiet. Hi, everyone who may still be here, and thank you for everyone who stopped by so far. Appreciate you very much. I'm not hitting the crusher here, no, and the gate, it's low. And the microphone is reasonably loud, but could be louder. All right, look at there. Now I got some microphone. No. Oh yeah, no. Okay. Christopher is here. Thank you, Christopher. Did I get too loud now? Is this too much? None of the new colorized ones for me yet. I don't, well, this is part of the search, right? But I don't know if anything will be in this box or not. We just got started. And frankly, I've stopped because I haven't had enough coffee. I need more coffee. The newest one is the Anne of Green Gables. And if I keep going through these rolls at this pace, I will never find any. Moon over Miami, thank you for coming by. Doing a Canadian $1 coin roll search. We open up the rolls, we take a look at them. What I'm looking for is my wireless camera is shut down. What the hell? FFS. F with lots of other letters. Whatever. Okay. You can't keep a good man down. Did you know that? Wow, so I was told. Difficulties. Please stand by. Ouch. I'm sorry, I'm no longer as flexible as I used to be. And I never used to be. Know what I mean? Vern, when will you learn? Let that go in the wrong direction for today. Okay. Show you what's going on here. I don't care. Maybe make a mess right in front of your eyes. Make things fall over. Maybe even light something on fire for you. Who knows? That's part of the allure, isn't it? Anything can happen. I'm telling you. You roll with me, anything could happen. Oh, hell yeah, there's been an error. What is that on my screen? Error? Yes, there's been an error. Thought you were the computer. Yes. You should recognize an error in progress and stop me. When do you do that? Stupid computer. It's the PCAC error. Not sure what that error is. I know the what is it? The ID 10T error. I think that's what I got going on here. It feels like the ID 10T error going on live. You guys know the IT 10T error? The ID 10T. Hello. I think I turned off the music. I don't know. Did I? No, it's still playing. I'm just not hearing it. Why don't I hear it? No. No. Turn it down. There we go. Hear it now anyway. Let's turn all that up. All right. Well, there's our overhead again. And we can get the camera back. That works for me. I don't care. Ha ha ha. It's just coming through my speakers, isn't it? Sure. So this is what you guys hear, and then this is what I hear. If I go here, then I hear this. Listen to it struggle. See, that's something I've been noticing about the system here, and I don't know why it does that. We have definitely had some sonic struggles lately. See, that sounds horrible. From what I can hear of it. All right. Well, I think we're almost back under sail again. I'll get some more coffee in me. Now, this tablet over here is just for changing the scenes. I can switch from there to that, which is not yet working. Should be, though. It is live to half of the system. It's the other half that cares. Okay. Where is it? All right. Now we're back at it. Chair. I say, I'd like to speak to the chair. Chairman of the board? No. No. Just the chair. It'll probably understand. Oh, and here we go. So we have found a Klondike. This is celebrating, of course, the scope. We got a red moose there that is part of the Klondike. That's the painted one. Of course, they come unpainted as well, celebrating the whole thing up there, with the gold and the whatnot. A very complicated little coin with all kinds of stuff going on it. We've got some really nice ones put away. We'll leave that one there for now. We have a scope view here. Oops. That's overhead, okay. Well, what about left view and scope? Do I have a scope here as well? I think I do. Takes up the whole view, though. A little bit severe. I think I like it better in the corner. All right. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there, Chi. All right, back at it. So we have found one commemorative in this roll. This roll is not sitting flat. What I really want to see is the king, ideally. This is a really nice one. The one that celebrates the Navy is really cool. Maybe there's a write-up about that one over at Coins in Canada that I could read. Let's go see. You know what? On this one, I want this to be quite a bit bigger. Make this, unlock it. And let's stretch it out for a close-up view. Maybe a little less stretched. Just a little less. I want it to fit. Okay, so obviously that is 2010 that is being represented there. So 2010 Navy. Well, actually, because it is 2010, I'm going to bring this up too, because this would be one, there's really like the weird one that you're looking for. 2010 Saskatchewan. This $1 coin that celebrates the Saskatchewan Roughriders football team is one of the hardest ones to find. So I would be tickled to find any number of these in basically any shape at all. But the one we got here is this one. $1 2010 Navy, the dollar circulation coin immortalizing the centennial of the Canadian Navy. The reverse of this coin, designed by Nova Scotia artist Bonnie Ross, features a Halifax-class frigate flanked by a 1910 naval serviceman and a contemporary female naval officer. An anchor at the top of the design symbolizes Canada's naval service. Ms. Ross is an accomplished artist who has served several Royal Canadian Mint collector coins, who has designed several Royal Canadian Mint collector coins, including three-masted ship, and the Brigandine coins from the 2005-2007 Fine Silver Tall Ship series. Don't you know? So there's the truth of it right there. You have been informed. All right, so that gets us through the whole roll. And when just these two found, not worth keeping. Well, big mess, and I don't even know what's going on here. I'm so lost. Everything's in the way. This looks well set, but it's not. It's a big jump. You can't tell from here. I'll put that here. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. Anyways, back to it. Should have put HMS Snowberry on it. Snowberry? Snowberry? Snobbery? You mean Snowberry or do you mean Snobbery? HMS Snobbery. All right. Not getting through these rolls fast by any means at all. I have to boil some pierogies and then I have to fry them in the pan. So I have my water on my stove. I'll have to warm that up. That's a lucky loonie, but an ugly, ugly lucky loonie. We'll look at that one in a second. I think I'll go through the whole roll, setting aside anything of any interest, and then we'll just sort of take a quick look at it if it's interesting, like that one. Pardon me. Okay, so out of this roll, now that's the LC unpainted. I'm thinking they would have put a write-up about this one, and I'm correct. She worked at Canadian Car and Foundry, which is known as CanCar, during World War II, and was the person chosen to build the Hawker Hurricane fighter plane for the Royal Air Force. The factory grew from 500 people to 4,500 people at the end of the war, half of them women. The Hurricane earned her the nickname Queen of the Hurricane. We'll read more. Ooh, quite a bit more. Whoa. Queen of the Hurricanes. After the war, she continued her career in aeronautics, aiding in the development of international civil aviation safety standards. She also increasingly focused on her passionate work as critical and influential advocate for women's rights and professional equality. She presided over the Canadian Federation of Business and Professional Women's Clubs from 62 to 64, and was appointed a commissioner on the Royal Commission on the Status of Women in 67. After a short illness, McGill died November 4th, 1980 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Inspiring Canadians through stories of exceptional achievement is one of the most important functions of the commemorative circulation coins. What Elsie McGill achieved as a trailblazing aeronautical engineer and as a champion of women's rights made a difference in her lifetime and continues to influence us today. Hers is a story that needs to be shown and celebrated on a circulation coin that will be shared by millions of Canadians of all ages. So, awesome. Them's the details, don't you know? All right, so we'll take that one out of there. We're going to put all those back into that roll. We're going to open up another roll. Nickel stacking in the house. Yeah, I know. Not sure what to. I've taken some steps, and so far, they have not been successful fully. And so not sure what to do about that at this point. Ta-da! So we forge ahead, right? Forge ahead by poking out another roll and seeing what we get. Now, in the last couple boxes, I've pulled a few king heads, but when I say a few, I mean just a couple three, couple four kind of thing. So I would like to pull even just a new king head out of here. That would be nice. There's a Toronto Maple Leafs. There's a lucky Loonie. Onward. Correct. Oh, there's a, and there's a, and there's a. Okay. We got 5 commemoratives out of this. I'll show you them quickly on the scope. You know what? Forget it. Let me just get rid of that. That's just garbage. Forget it. Goodbye. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Freaking stop. So there's the unpainted Klondike, of course. I'm pretty sure we call that House of Parliament, but I'm not sure for sure. So let's just grab this. It is a 92. Was that somebody in the kitchen? Okay, so not the dog or the cat. Are you okay? Anything actually break? Yeah. Do you need my help in any way? No. Okay. Onwards, like the man said. Yeah, that one's called Confederation. Confederation. I think of this one as the Tower. There are lots of fingers. So what do we call it? What is it for really? 94, the tower? 94 Memorial. That's what it's called. A war memorial, obviously. That's obviously Olympic lucky Loonie again. From what year, though, is the question? 2014. And that's what that one looks like when it's extra pretty, which it isn't. Hi, Tom Kingery. Thank you for stopping by. We're going through what we find in a box the hard way. And then actually, as I opened up that roll, this is the first one that popped out. There are quite a few of these made in 2017, along with the year of our glow-in-the-dark toonie that we look for whenever we're looking for toonies. But in this case, celebrating the Toronto Maple Leafs hockey team and obviously 100 years of their play. We've got plenty of those. So we're not going to be keeping any of these. They all go back in the roll. Another no-cost roll for Big D here, but we're not necessarily looking for no-cost rolls. We're looking for things we do want to keep, ideally. But I'm not going to feel bad if we don't find too many of them because, again, that's the search. But we will look. We will look. We will look. Come on. Don't bite your nails. That's why you need them. You need them for stuff like this. All right. Dump it out. Let's see what's inside. Let's see what's in the gooey center. Nope. No king. Flatten those out. Of course, the king coins are brand new. And so, of course, they're going to look like a new coin as I get to them. So I They don't look new right away as I roll it. You get to something that's at least as shiny as that. Doesn't have any hope of being a king. We really do need more king ones. See, when you see one that's as nice and shiny as this, you think it might be something good on the other side, but it's good. I mean, it's not bad. It's still good. It's just nothing special. Here, that's from 2017 as well. Anything there? Anything there? No. So the rest of these go in. We found one interesting coin out of all of that. This time it's, I believe they call it Toronto Transportation. Well, that's cool because we came across the Toronto Maple Leafs one and then this one here. That's what's under the scope right now. Celebrating 150 years of Confederation as well. The theme of the coin, Connecting a Nation by Wesley Klassen of St. Catharines, Ontario. We have the steam locomotive, diesel electric, we got ships, all kinds. And that's what's on this wonderful coin. Right now under the scope and too dirty to keep. So away it goes. We're not going to be keeping on that one. And this is our lucky number 7, right? Lucky number 7. I got a new Canadian quarter from our friend Nick Molnar the other day. Nice. I think Nikki ordered some up from the Mintola. I play the poor man game here. Ban them in circulation and I'll save them before they're too ugly to save. That's what she said. Oh, and we got an Elsie, whom is not painted. We got another one there of the Inukshuk from the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. One of my favorites because, not just because I'm here in Vancouver, but because it's got such a great big open field on it with the Inukshuk standing in the middle. And I just think it really looks good when it's a nice clean coin. In this case, not so bad. Not something we need to keep, though. It's not nice enough for that, but it's I like that. That's a marker for travelers to know which way to go from 2010, reminding me of the Olympics here in Vancouver as I lived here through that. We got the LC, we got that one already. We got a UN. This one comes beautifully painted as well from 2020. And is one of the first, I think, of the sets where you could get a painted and an unpainted version of the coin. I think this kind of sort of kicked it off. So not much of a write-up about it, unfortunately, just the fact that it's the coin that celebrates the UN 75th anniversary of the creation of the UN, and it comes that way as well. So that's real pretty if you can find one of them. And I have plenty of them in stock, so if you would like to have one for your collection or a set, that'd be me who you'd reach out to, don't you know? Okay, we won't be keeping on that one. But there is this one too. And this one is one of the latest. This is Oscar Peterson, Canadian pianist, at the piano, pounding those ivories, playing one of his classical composers. The notes are flying out there, and those are actually the notes of the music that he's one of his songs as he plays it. So good old Oscar Peterson is sort of a Canadian, what you call it, hero in a way. Let's take a look at it there. I mean, here's the story, right? The Royal Canadian Mint is honored. Is honored one of the greatest musicians in the world by issuing a new $1 commemorative circulation commemorating the life and artistry legacy of Canada's own Oscar Peterson. Called the man with four hands by jazz great and admirer Louis Armstrong, Oscar Peterson rose to the top of the music world through more than 6 decades of electrifying piano performances and unforgettable compositions such as Hymn to Freedom, Bleu Etude, and the Canadiana Suite. And of course, we do have the colored one underneath the scope right now, and that's what that one looks like. Again, we have plenty of those in stock, so if those were your thing, we could get you some, no problem. Putting that roll away. All right, that's the first 7. First 7, we haven't found a keeper, which is, I don't know. That's why we search, right? If it was easy to do, then. So I try not to get too down on it. Like if it doesn't go your way, it's not enough to be concerned. 1, 2, 7's God's number, so we're going to get 7 more. 7, it's a holy number. 7. Okay. Can't even see them. There they are. There's the 7. We're going to take a short break and be right back. Short break? What do we need a short break for? We don't All right, let's get back at it. 7 more rolls to go. All right. No sound. Oh, bummer. I had to have a break. I was away from the machine there for a moment. How about now? Should have sound now. Check. That says yes. Everything else says yes. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I think it's coming through. David Carlisle in the house. I can hear you now. The brain is gone. All right. Then nothing can get in my way. Let's get this started. 7 rolls, 7 rolls. Gonna look through another 7 rolls. Gonna look for the king and the queen. I see them, it's in between. I have got a bunch of rolls, 7 more rolls to go. Gonna go through 7 rolls like as if they're jelly rolls. You know me, jelly rolls, they don't last, or so I'm told. I have got some loonies in my hand. I have no longer got a band. Quickly, quickly, here we go, going through the rolls. Quickly, quickly, go, go, we have finished the roll. Let's get the scope out. We got an Alexander Graham Bell. He's upside down. Sacrilege. Alexander, I don't mean to fly you upside down. I really don't. But there he is, Alexander Graham Bell. Step 10 in the house. Check, please. Whoop. I don't know what kind of race car that was. Alexander Graham Bell. So that's what year? I mean, I think we just did these ones. It's an Elizabeth, though, so it's going to be right here. Alexander Graham Bell. Color. Same year as the Oscar Peterson, surprise, surprise. On the 175th anniversary of his birth, Alexander Graham Bell is being recognized for his numerous breakthrough inventions and the legacy of innovation he fostered over the many years he spent working and living in Canada. So here we have the unpainted one. That's what we found under the scope here in its natural habitat. But we also have the painted one to find if we're lucky. And of course, I do have plenty of those in stock for you should you want to see them and to you like this, pretty like, and not like this here. Right. Right. Okay, right. And what else did we get out of that roll? Another war memorial there, and that's all that came out of that. So I'll fire those in there, and that's roll number next one. So no, roll number next one is the one that's up next. See how I keep track of these things? Very systematic. Don't fool around. There's roll number this one and roll number next one. You can't argue with that. We put 2 in there, and I like to make sure they're sitting flat on the bottom because I find that if you got 2 in the bottom of the roll, then you can start tossing them in 2 at a time willy-nilly like, and they almost always land flat. And part of the rules here in Canada is that you got to return them back to your participating bank rolled, and otherwise they'll send you home with a bunch of rolls and ask you to roll them. And that being said, there's no coin rolling machines there for you to use or anything like that. Look at that. Right on. At least we got one to talk about there. All right, look, we talked about whether that would be a thingy. It's a thingy. painted UN Charter. Pretty one from 2020. And I believe, as I said, that one kicked off the whole idea of painted loonies. I believe that was the first painted loonie. Very nice. And I just love the big red leaf. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. All right. You know, we got that one. You know what? I don't need to. I'm gonna put this one right back in the roll. That's what I'm gonna do. And the reason why is because it's okay. I struggle because I feel as though there's a part of me that wants to keep them all, but I bash that down. It takes a couple of seconds and say, no, there isn't really any need for me to keep any more of those. We know what we're looking for. If I would take a Saskatchewan Rough Riders in any way, shape, or form, it could be a parking lot coin and I would take it. But you know, stuff I already have 20 or 30 of put away. It just doesn't make sense. What I think. You know what I'm saying? There's a lucky loonie right there. Let's throw that one under the scope. Give you something to look at. Not much. 2006 Loon of Luck. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Holy shit, folks. I'm just going to finish this roll. I'm a happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Let me show you something. We got one. Sweetness. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking. Why it's a thing. Now I'm going to show you why it's a thing. Cha. Cha. $1 circulation coin honoring the Saskatchewan Rough Riders' 100th birthday. The Mint delighted Rough Rider fans, and there were a lot of them, by officially unveiling this circulation coin in the company of Saskatchewan Rough Riders and federal government officials gathered at a public event held in Regina's Northgate Mall, baby. This was at like Regina, Saskatchewan came out for this. So, Joyce, not only that, but it's a nice one. It doesn't look like it's all beat up. Joyce. Oh, yes, baby. God. Okay. No, I was thinking I would have a loose loonie kicking around here somewhere already. But if not, then not. I did put away that roll at the very beginning as the fill roll, so we'll take one out of that now. And now it's really officially a filling roll because I finally used one from it as a filler. But yes, pointing around. I was just thinking of you in a moment. But yeah, I just found a good one. This one's a super. Oh, yeah, right. And so, yeah, I read you the thing. But that's not the thing, right? The thing is, this is the thing. They made 3,100,000 of them. 3,100,000 is a stupid low mintage for something like this. And I swear to you, the Saskatchewan people like snap them up. They're just nutty out there. So here we have the one I was talking about, the one I would want to keep if I found it in any kind of condition, even parking lot condition. And there it is, and it's in beautiful condition. I'm a lucky camper. We can't go wrong now, but we can keep going. I got Kitty at my feet. If I had the chance to move the cameras around and give you a shot of Kitty, I would, but I can always get Kitty to come up on the desk by opening up one of her treats. In fact, the sound of these rolls may sound a lot like maybe her treats to her. But I'm not trying to psych you out, Kitty. But I could be. I might just be inadvertently psyching Kitty out, thinking she's going to. Okay, those are both commemoratives. We'll take a look at it in a moment. In fact, I'm going to leave that Saskatchewan up there because it's a gem. I'm not going to usurp it from its spot just yet. Hopefully we'll find a king. Would really be nice. A lot of people who've received dollar books from me will be needing a king for their dollar book. Please contact me about that. We've got some other refresh for, if you got a $2 book from me, there are some new $2 coins to add to your book. You might want to give me a call for a deal on a refresh and some more coins coming your way. Hey, Don. Are you the Don that knew Heather? Heather and Don, you know what I'm talking about? Or are you a different Don? I don't want to say too much more, but just wondering. Well, we got the Saskatchewan one we're keeping for sure for good. We got another one of these Parliament ones looking pretty nice, actually. For another one of the coins with a big field on it, it's nice. I know I got an audio problem. I don't really know how to fix it, honestly. I'm different. Different Don. You know who I'm talking about, though, then. Maybe. But if you don't, you're not that Don. This is a nice version of it. Again, not something we'll be keeping. And from that very same 2017 year, pardon me, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs hockey coin. You wouldn't believe what I've gone through to try to clear up that crackling so far. I don't know what to make of it yet anymore. I thought it was overloaded USB circuits. I added more USB to my computer and it's still doing it. It happens more when a certain program's open that I'm using right now. So I don't know. I got a really powerful computer. So he's San Diego Dawn. That's sun rises in the east here. San Diego sunset, not dawn. All right, back to this. We got couple more rolls to get through of this next 7 roll set. What time is it already here? Not really powering my way through this 3:10. I got to cook dinner today. About a month ago, my brother-in-law who lives with me got to the top of the stairs and then fell backwards all the way back down a full set of stairs, 1 story. He is still in the hospital. It's been a month. The wife spends time with him there every day. And when I mean time, I mean all day, because he's special needs. He's very unruly. And if she's not there to tell him to shut up, anybody else, any nurse, any doctor would get in his face and tell him to shut up. It'd probably make him explode. He would, I promise you, we would be visiting him in a different ward of the hospital if we were just to let him be to do his own thing. So she's literally got to be there all day long. She comes home at the end of the day when he's basically sedated to sleep. And that has been what's been going on here lately, which means I don't know how to cook anymore. I'm a 30-year veteran of being married. I forgot how to cook. 2 things. 2016, one of the more ornate Lucky Loonies, of course, dirty as all get out, but that was in there. They must have made a lot of these Lucky Loonies over the year. There's a 2008. That one's coming out of the water. Another very nice picture of a loony, loon bird, the loon. And once again, these were all in the same role. You're getting your full dose of Canadiana when it comes to the Olympics, which we're doing now. That was an atrocity, by the way, that Paris opening. I think so. I don't know what you think. Don't care. No offense to you, but if you don't think that was an atrocity, then we might not be able to be friends. If you have pronouns, we basically can't be friends. So, but, 2010, we're back to the Marines. Just, yeah, please, we'll just have a friendship application. You put any check marks in the boxes mentioning pronouns, you're out. I'm going to get canceled. Thank God I'm so tiny. I'm the biggest thing that's ever been as tiny as I am. I don't know. I don't know. I know I want an election. That's what I want. The sooner the better. But Jagmeet, the leader of the NDP in Canada, can't afford an election to come any sooner than the maximum amount of time it can be dragged out for, even if the current government is corrupt and irrelevant and not doing its job. Jagmeet, who is the leader of one of the other parties here in Canada, the NDP, standing for No Dependable Promises, is having his boys vote with the Liberal government and propping them up so that they don't get ousted by the up-and-comers Conservative Party. And the reason why is not because Jagmeet thinks anything about the platform or position that the Liberals are taking up is something to be supported or something with virtue or is something that's right. He's concerned that if he doesn't vote with them, they will lose a vote of non-confidence. It will cause a snap election. He will not be re-elected. He will lose a multi-million-dollar pension for being in government for a certain number of years here in Canada. We seem to think these people should retire after they've served us for a few years. So here we have a painted Elsie, another beautiful Elsie McGill. I read her story. It's the airplane that gets the paint in this case. And we got another Navy. So we don't even have to keep the painted Elsie. I've got some nice ones. So channels like Northern Exposure, Northern Perspective here on YouTube document and follow what's going on in our parliament. And then recently, because of the attempt on your Donald, I watched some of your government and the people who got to ask questions of the head of the security department there, the gal that basically is responsible. And what Canadians didn't see that we're used to is this filibustering that we allow that happens right in the middle of everything. And I'm not saying that I'm some kind of parliamentarian now that I've watched this channel a million times and I know things, but I'm learning. And in Canada, the opposition can move a thing called a point of order. Now, what is a point of order? Well, I don't know exactly, but I'm going to describe it as best as I understand it. As you know, for meetings, there are rules for the way that they should be governed. I think that the whole thing goes by a thing called Robert's Rules of Order for meetings like this. I could be mistaken. That could be revised these days, but suffice to say, there's a book. And it allows somebody who feels something wrong has been said or something outside those rules of order has been said, and that person can move a point of order. So as you're making your speech and you're trying to get your 5 minutes to be effective, you got another tower here. The opposition person for literally no reason at all, because that's how it works. You're filibustering, so you don't really need a concrete reason. Will speak into their mic. Speaker, point of order. Point of order. And everything grinds to a freaking halt right at that moment. And the speaker has to address the point of order. A lot of times he says that's not a point of order, because there is small parameters around what is actually a freaking point of order. But it's just like a roadblock that the opposition can continuously throw up to keep Canadian government from making any kind of progress, basically. But in the United States, there is no such thing. And boy, it was interesting when that gal was, not that there was any opposition to the grilling that she was getting. I think both sides wanted her to have it, but there just isn't such a thing as point of order in that venue in the States. It's not how it works. So you could see right away how much more effective things would be if we didn't give the opposition to the government ways of stopping the government so effectively and quickly, almost on the daily. But channels like Northern Perspective that will bring you, there is a channel called CPAC. CPAC is like the Canadian broadcasting channel that's supposed to cover the Parliament. But the way that it comes on and off, and a lot of people don't understand much about it. So Northern Perspective kind of keeps an eye on the CPAC channel. Well, that's actually a nice one. Well, we'll take that. And then breaks it down for you if something interesting was said. And then you start to learn which guys are going to be good guys to watch. There's a few particular guys that when they stand up and start talking, just like in the States, you have a few senators from different places, and they're good for being sharp or maybe even for sure saying something stupid. You wouldn't want to miss Lindsey Graham saying some stupid thing again. I could be wrong. Not saying. I'm just saying. These are the names. Like, I'm in a foreign country and I know something about somebody named Lindsey Graham shooting their mouth off. We got Mr. Oscar Peterson at his wonderful piano, again, in color. Beautiful. We got the Inukshuk again. See how dirty and yucky, but that's why I really like them when they're nice and clean and purdy. Oh, and speaking of, the other one wasn't reasonably purdy Inukshuk. More resilient maybe than I give them credit for, because they don't really take a lot of damage in those open fields, not the ugly kind. Anyway, that's not bad. And then there was this one. This is your normal everyday Loonie from 2008. But it's actually in really nice shape. A little bit dirty. But maybe I'll just put that one aside, grab one from the other roll, and just see on my 2008 page if they all look as nice as that. Or maybe that one can be subbed in. Maybe. Could be subbed in. And we're going to put this painted Oscar right on the top of that roll, so the next person who opens up that roll is going to be cool. Okay, so I got another 7 up here. Let's go through them. What time is it? 3:21. This is going to be the last 7. I have to cook dinner. I have to start getting at it. Got some sausage to cut up that needs to be fried up. I think I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that in the oven. No kings yet. Wow, that's a real nice clean one. I mean, it's so clean because it's a 2022, but I'll put it right on the bottom and it'll make this roll look pretty. Yeah. After a little while, the old arthritis in the hand starts kicking in from years of being a steel fabricator and grinding, because you're not a good you're not a good welder, you better be a good grinder. And I would never say that I was any kind of fantastic welder, but I could weld. Puppy dog, what are you doing there? You don't go poking around in there. Little chew. He's got an affinity for the cat box. I don't like that. You mustn't do that. Poking around in there. Oh, we got another painted UN. That's nice to know they're still out there circulating. Now, the king will be obviously different than the queen, but the king also faces the other direction as monarchs change. The direction that they put them on the coins change. Of course, here we go, quick. Some light on the subject. Ooh, don't like that light. That one's pretty good. That one's kind of more true to life. That one's too much. That one's too red. I really think that's kind of more like what I see with my eyes. I think. Anyway, that's the UN. And this one came up as well. Another one of the really nice, intricate patterns. 2016's would be another lucky Loonie. Call it the Olympic loon in this case. Not a lot being said about it necessarily. No write-up. But that's what it looks like in its photographic fake glory. But under our scope, we got one of these. And that's actually pretty nice. You know what? I'm just going to keep that one too. I'll grab another filler out of the filler roll. Put the filler roll way up there. Drop one in. Yeah, I want to make sure the rolls stay full. That way I don't have to recount and hassle too much about when it's time to get them back to the bank. Really, really, really want to get some more because it doesn't look like these ones are chock-a-block with anything that I'm looking for. And with that in mind, I want to get through them, mark the box, get it back to the bank. Ew, something really ugly on that. And try again because they're out there. They are out there. It's just like X-Files, baby. They're out there. The truth is out there. You just got to keep looking. The silver channels down there doing silver rounds or silver looking for 40s and 90s prove that. You just got to keep looking. You'll find stuff. In Canada, we actually had a program where they removed the silver out of the circulation at the mint because it could be easily separated by magnetic means. So you're not going to find silver in Canadian circulating coins aside from possibly dimes. I'm not sure why. It doesn't seem like they swept the dimes very well, so dimes can be found in here. Once again, of course, we have the unpainted UN. Get the lighting a little less severe on that one. Looking good. Got lots of those. So it goes back into the roll. Was blessed to find a nice stash of those early and put them away. So don't need to keep any more of those. Just want to feel that way about the king. Would be nice. And I know that they're not really holding back on the number of the coins they're going to make with the king, on them. There's, it's going to be high mintage likely. But I want to get some now, and I want to get some out of circulation before they get beat to hell. I do not want to buy a premium roll from the mint. I did already, honestly, and I put it away. I'm not going to unwrap it. So I don't want to buy another premium roll from the mint just to unwrap. Because I know very well if I'm on the ball, I will get some kings the normal way. the fun way, really. I can always spend money. What do we get here? Unpainted Elsie, Vancouver, Inukshuk, Travelers, Traveling Companion. Back to that roll, put it away, grab another. Away we go. I should barbecue that sausage. That'd probably turn out pretty cool if I didn't do it too hot. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make pierogies. Oh, I got to cut up the onions. I'm going to wash my hands and cut up those onions and fry them up for the pierogies. I can start frying those onions anytime. Okay. As soon as I'm through these other couple rolls, time to cut and fry onions. You with me? Are you with me? Ooh, so shiny, 2022. I wish they all looked as nice as that. They don't. Yeah. Yeah, see, yeah. Well, there and there. Nothing to speak of. This is the penultimate roll for today. I'll get back to the box maybe later tonight or tomorrow or who knows. But I got to get started on the dinner. The dinner. Now that my wife is gone and I am all alone, I must learn to cook for myself. So I find a rat and a gnat or two, and I put them in the pot and I boil them. They are very good. My doggies are hiding. They know that the hot dog exists. They don't know how it works out, but they don't want to find out. Not even trying. Nothing. Wow. All right. At least that one's a bit shiny. We'll put it on the top to make it think that this roll's nicer somehow than what it is. So many things, so little. Time goes by when you're not looking. Sneaks past you. Then you're on the other side of time and you're looking back and you're like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Because in your head, you're not old. Your head, your brain, it doesn't get old. Your brain doesn't get old. Isn't that weird? No, I'm not kidding. Your brain doesn't get old. It could fail you. That's a different thing. But if your brain doesn't fail you, it literally doesn't get old. Those people who start to lose their memories and stuff messes up, that's failure. All right. I think that's it for now. We have gone through 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 rolls. 22, I guess, it's counting that one. And it didn't get me very much. Hey, Jesse, thank you for stopping by. This is the wrap up. I've gone through half of the rolls that I had, but I got to get started on cooking dinner. People aren't going to eat. And that's the truth. So from Dimebag Darren World Headquarters here in the corner of my living room. Did I just get rid of the last one? I hope not. What did I do? I did. How about something cool? It's got to be something good. Something cool. What's cool? Oh, this is cool.